Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Central Victoria, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm taking part in a blog hop with the Let's Get Hopping group, and this month's theme is a single layer card. Now, we get together every single month and we have a lot of fun. It changes themes every single month, and it's a really great way to get out of your comfort zone and do a few challenges and do something different. So like I said, this is a single layer card and I love how this turned out. Now for the whole of October, my channel is doing Halloween themed cards and projects. So I thought I would stick with the same project being Halloween in my single layer card. And I really love how this one's turned out. It's quite a simple card, but how beautiful is it as well? The supplies needed for this card, we have a thick Whisper White card base, and it's half a piece of A4 that's cut in half and then scored in half. The stamp sets for this card are Birds of a Feather, and I've used the Trick or Treat from this one. Harvest Hellos, and I have the Scary Face as well as the Stork and the Leaf and the Spring. I've used the stitched framelit dies, stitched shaped framelit dies, and I've used the smallest circle. So I've taken this one, and all I've done is I've created a mask to make these little circles down the bottom. So I've just taken a piece of cardstock, I've die cut 3 circles, and then that's what I'm going to stick down on my card to create that gorgeous circles there. And you can do that mask with any shape you like. That's a really great technique to be using. Inks for the card are Pumpkin Pie, Old Olive and Daffodil Delight. Also using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I have sponge daubers in those 3 colours, Old Olive, Daffodil Delight and Pumpkin Pie. I have a Stampin' Write marker in Crumb Cake. And the last thing I have left over is just a bit of scrap of Old Olive, and I've just added these leaves here with the Old Olive. So let's get started. Firstly, I just want to bring my card base in. I'm going to fold it over and score that, or burnish that score line. And because it is a single layer card, you really want to burnish that card front really well. I'm also going to bring in that mask. And this you could use forever. I'm going to line it up so I have a little bit of a border all the way around my card. Now when you're first popping the washi tape down, put it on the back of your hand first just to take some of that sticky off, because you don't want to, once you take your mask off, to take off a little bit of your cardstock. It can get a little tacky. So these are down secured enough now. I'm also going to bring in the lighter colour of the Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to sponge each circle here, creating a real yellow centre. So just circles around that mask, and I'm going to come in and just do nice deep yellow in the middle. Let's do all 3. Last circle, and you could do this throughout the whole card front. You could do 6 circles or shapes, so it takes up the whole card. That would look really good too. A little bit more yellow in the middle. Okay. We're going to move on to the Pumpkin Pie now. This card comes together really quickly. Pumpkin Pie sponge dauber. And let's bring that orange in. And I want to leave some of that yellow in the middle. It's really important to leave a little bit there. We went to all that trouble of putting yellow in there. We want to leave some there. And there we have our pumpkins. I'm going to take this mask off really gently. I've used it a couple of times now, but you still want to be careful with that washi tape. And the other thing you want to be really careful with is smudging that ink everywhere on your card front. So far, so good. I'm going to do all our decorating with the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to start off with that jack-o'-lantern face. And I'm going to stick a face in the middle of the two end pumpkins. There we go. The sentiment trick or treat's going in the middle. And we're going to put our stalks on each of those pumpkins. Oop. I'll move that one a little bit. The next one we're going to do is that little spring. Popping him to the side, I'm going to bring in that scrap, and I need 3 leaves onto the old olive cardstock. I'm just going to let that memento dry just slightly. I'm going to bring this back in and bring our marker in. This is the crumb cake marker, and I just want to colour in that stalk a little bit. Now you could use your Stampin' Blends, but what I was worried about would be that going through the card base because it's a single layer. I didn't want it to show through the card. So the marker works really well as well. So we're going to ink a little bit of that old olive ink over the top just to give it a little bit of shadow. And I'm not being perfect on it, I'm quite rough on it. I don't want the whole thing coloured in. I still want it to look like old olive cardstock behind it. We're just left to fussy cut these out. So I have my Tombow Mono Multi Glue, and I'm just going to stick these down onto each pumpkin. Now I found that I could have popped them up with a dimensional. Because it is a single layer card, I thought I was being cheeky enough just by adding this layer. But I wouldn't have been able to colour them in properly the way I wanted by not doing this. And I think you can still sort of get away with being a single layer card. What do you think? I hope you've enjoyed today's project, and I hope you'll give this masking a go by creating your own mask. You could create any shape, so it's a really great technique to be using. If you've enjoyed today's card, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you left me a comment. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do, and I'll be back very soon with another project. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.